Hello and welcome to the Tennessee Conservative News Break for Wednesday, June 2nd. Today I'll touch on several of our top stories, but for more information on these stories and for more stories, head over to our website. And be sure to sign up for our free e-newsletter so you'll never miss out on the news that matters to conservatives like you. And please consider supporting us with any donation amount. We can't cover these stories without your support. If you donate $50 or more, we'll send you a proud Tennessee Conservative stainless steel tumbler, and for any amount you give, we'll send you 2 proud Tennessee Conservative bumper stickers and a directory of your state officials that includes their contact information. Now let's get right into the news today. In state news, on Thursday night, a plane carrying unidentified children landed in Knoxville. Video captured by WVLT News shows people leaving the plane to board 2 buses. According to WVLT, the video appeared to be primarily pre-teen and teenage children. One bus drove down I-75 to cross the Kentucky border, and the second bus went south on Alcoa Highway. WVLT said they have tried to make several calls about the situation. The bus company was the same one that was hired to transport migrants last week from Chattanooga. Governor Lee's office stated, "We have made numerous requests for information and transparency from the Biden administration since March. They have not responded to those requests. Everything we have learned has come from news reports like yours." In a recent press briefing, White House Press Secretary addressed the reports and said, "And as we have been very clear about, children are abducted and are reunited. We are trying to reunite these unaccompanied children under the age of 18, with families and with sponsor families, so children are traveling through Tennessee. They are simply on their way to unite with relatives and sponsors, to meet sponsors in the state, or just traveling through Tennessee until they reach another destination to reunite with family members or legal sponsors." And in a relative report, Tennessee legislators have announced the formation of a joint committee after Governor Bill Lee and others expressed outrage of the federal government's program to resettle hundreds of unaccompanied children apprehended by immigration officials in Tennessee. The concern started after reports of flights landing in the middle of the night, arriving in Chattanooga, filled with unaccompanied children who were then sent out on buses and transported throughout the Southeast. Lieutenant Governor Randy McNally and House Speaker Cameron Sexton announced the Joint Study Committee on Refugee Issues in response. "When the federal government abandons its responsibility to control our borders, steps must be taken," McNally said in a statement. "Through ineffectiveness, inattention, and incompetence, the Biden administration has allowed our borders to be overran." The Tennessee General Assembly filed suit with the federal government 5 years ago on refugee settlement. "With this study committee, we affirm that it is clear and compelling state interest in a sane immigration policy." And in national news, Texas Governor Greg Abbott on Tuesday issued a disaster declaration in response to several 100,000 of immigrants illegally entering the U.S. through Texas since President Joe Biden's border policies began in January. Abbott's order directs DPS to enforce all federal and state criminal laws, including criminal trespassing, smuggling, and human trafficking. The order also directs the Texas Health and Human Services Commission to take all necessary steps to discontinue state licensure to any child care facility under a contract with the federal government that shelters or detains unlawful immigrants. Abbott's calls for the federal government to do its job and secure its borders have gone unanswered. Biden's inaction, whether intentional or reckless, is causing a dramatic increase in the number of individuals unlawfully crossing the international border into Texas. It states, adding that it is also causing a humanitarian crisis, escalating violence among the cartels, increasing the risk of human trafficking, and creating a severe illegal drug crisis, including 21.5 million lethal doses of fentanyl intercepted by the DPS alone in just 3 months. The governor's declaration allows Texas to request federal funding for costs related to the disaster. And for more details on the topics I covered today and for many more stories, visit our website. And while you're there, subscribe to our free e-newsletter. And if you like what we're doing, please consider supporting us with any donation amount. You can do that at TennesseeConservativeNews.com/support. Thanks, guys. Have a great Wednesday, and I'll see you next time.